Concert Pipeline. I'm Steve Jones. This is the first episode of the BottleRock series of episodes of Concert Pipeline that we're featuring for 2022. You've tuned into a great series. We have a lot of great content and a lot of live music. It's great. So much live music. This is my dog, Basil. He just decided to sit down right there. So that's Basil. He's going to be sitting down while I do this open. This is at my current, you could say current house, right outside my current house. I live on this great vineyard. It's kind of the closing of 8 years of my life, really, which is crazy. I didn't plan on doing the opening here, but I recorded it at BottleRock and the audio didn't come out. So we're doing it here, and it's a good culmination, really, because BottleRock has been part of my life for years. I've been to a number of different the BottleRocks, but what's made it so easy and great to be able to go to them is the locale. Being here in Napa, I grew up here in Napa, and yeah, you know, it's the place I know is home the most. But I just bought a house in Vacaville. And it's a big change. It's a big change for my family. It's a big change for me. It's going to be a big change for Basil down here. He's barely out of shot, right? It's going to be such a big change for all of us, and living on this property. And I know you see a moving truck back there. That's not mine. That's my shitty neighbors, who they have 7 yappy dogs, at least 7, who don't actually happen to be yapping right now. I'm not sure what the deal is, but they yap all the time. And that's one little portion of the reason that I decided to jump on the move to Vacaville, was that this place used to be so peaceful to live here. And, you know, and my neighbors have made it not so. I never made a deal of it or anything along those lines. I never told them to shut their fucking yappy dogs up, any of that. But anyway, I wanted to do the opening here to tie into how beautiful Napa is and how lucky I've been to be able to not just live here for 8 years and have my kids grow up here, but to be able to go to BottleRock in my backyard and to be able to bike there. I mean, I'm currently 3 miles or so from BottleRock, so it's 14 minutes flat to bike to BottleRock, and it's so great to have that opportunity and to do that and to not have to worry about parking and all of those things, right? So let's talk about what we have on this episode as well as the other episodes coming up. We're looking at right now, it's looking like 5 episodes of content from BottleRock, which is really freaking amazing and insane that we're able to pull that much content out. But it's all great content. And a lot of the episodes we have multiple bands on. This episode we have 2 bands. We have the Alive first, which is great. We'll get into them in just a second. But we also have a band called Lily that we'll talk to a little bit later in the program. We have performances from the bands from their sets at BottleRock also, as well as headline performances in each episode. We're going to close out with headline level performance, which is great. So excited, and I've been able to see some amazing sets from Metallica, from the Black Crowes, from 21 Pilots, from so many great bands that we're going to that we're not going to get an interview. I couldn't get an interview with Metallica, sorry, but I could record content from them, and it was such a fun show to get to see them again live. Well, that's later in the program. Save that for later. We're going to start out with the Alive. I got a chance to sit down with Kai, with Bastian, and with Manoa from the Alive, a young band who is really launching their career and doing great things. Kai had a really memorable moment where he got to drum for Pearl Jam like 2 weeks ago at the Oakland Arena, which is life-changing, and that video and story went viral. So many sources picked it up because he did it in such a cool way, and he reached out to anyway. I'll let him tell it. I don't want to spoil it. But he'll tell the story about how that all came about and what the experience was like. and we'll have a couple of songs from the Alive as well. So I think now we should absolutely kick it off with the Alive. This is a song from their set. I think this is called Disaster, if I remember correctly, going off the cuff. But here is the Alive, and then we'll get into the interview.
Big disaster. It looks pretty hard, and it starts coming faster. I got inside of a big disaster. It looks pretty hard, and it starts coming faster. Big disaster. I felt it now, and from here on after, I got inside of a big disaster. It looks pretty hard, and it starts coming faster. I got inside of a big disaster. It looks pretty hard, and it starts coming faster. Thank you very much.
I'm here with the Alive here at BottleRock. This is not your first time playing BottleRock. Tell me how it's gone so far today.
It's gone pretty good. This is, I think, our fifth or sixth time playing BottleRock in a row, and we just love it so much. It's such a blast coming here every year and like progressing and seeing how the crowd reacts to us progressing, and it's just a blast.
What do you remember about your first time playing BottleRock?
I remember main stage, first people playing main stage. I was really nervous. I think this is my first like really big show since Lollapalooza, and yeah, I was pretty nervous and scared.
I think BottleRock was one of our first main stages, so it was pretty memorable.
Yeah. And so do the nerves kind of go away for you after, you've done it 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, you get more confident in playing a lot. You know the songs better, and yeah.
There's still that pressure, but you just like learn to practice and deal with it a little better, and it's just really fun.
Yeah. Now, Kai and Manoa, you guys have been playing since you were little kids, like 6, 8 years old, right? You've been playing together.
Yeah, we all have, all three of us.
Yeah, and
Noah since he was like 4 or 5.
Really, that young?
He's just younger than he's 14. We're 17.
Yeah.
So right around the time he started playing in our band,
You're passing.
Manoa was
5 years old.
Yeah.
right around the time that Kai started playing, we started playing together. Then Manoa kind of picked up the bass because his brother was playing music already, and he was like 4 or 5 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, wanted to play guitar originally, but my dad told me I had to play ukulele first to get like the roots, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so after I played ukulele, I was like, all right, there's no way I'm playing guitar. It's like a 6-string instrument, so I started playing bass, and yeah.
Do you still pull the ukulele out sometimes?
No, I have like, no
you-
idea how to play ukulele.
You're like,
Ukulele quite a bit. It's really fun.
yeah, you go for it though?
Yeah, for sure. I actually took a class in high school. It was like ukulele/guitar, intro to ukulele/guitar, and I just did it as my art elective for credits, but it was super fun and taught me a lot.
Yeah. Did you take music in school as well, buddy? Or?
No, I mean I took like a music tech class, but no.
I've been taking music ever since middle school, but it's not at all the same type of music that we play.
No.
It's like jazz.
Yeah. Do you get any foundation from that though for the hard rock? Like, do you get anything? What do you take away from that?
It's just playing with a whole classroom of people, I guess, like kind of the same, but also a lot different.
Good practice.
Yeah. Practice and do you jam with anybody from the class as well, or you guys
No.
stick to your?
Manoa at home, and then
I have a couple buddies at home that we jam with like a couple times a week just for fun, but it's not my main thing, of course.
Yeah. So tell me about the helmets that you guys had beforehand. Tell me about that band.
Yeah, so we started that band when we were like 7 or 8 in my garage, after skating, and we just like kind of just wanted to play music together and thought a band would be fun to like perform in front of our parents, and that kind of just led to one thing to another, and then eventually that band dissolved, but we just still wanted to keep playing music and keep progressing, and here we are.
Yeah. Do you all like to skate?
Yep.
Yeah. And surf as well, right? Like you're actually on a surfing team.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Bastian is.
Yeah. Tell me about the surf team. Like,
Surf team's super fun. It's like twice a week. Get to surf with all my friends before school. If the waves are good. In my town, it's kind of hit or miss, but super fun. Yeah.
yeah. So you live pretty close to the beach then?
Yeah, and it definitely beats a period of school, for sure. I'd rather do that.
I don't blame you, not at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So tell me about Lollapalooza in Chile. I'm interested in.
Yeah, we've played it 2 times.
Wow.
First year, I think it was as a band. We did Kidzapalooza, which is like I think the smallest part of Lollapalooza in Chile. But this year we did main stage Lollapalooza first band. I think our biggest show since
Yeah, probably biggest turnout of people, but super fun and like so fun going out of the country and traveling with my buddies.
Yeah.
Nothing beats it. And we got to miss school, like 2 weeks of school.
Also a win,
It was
right?
like win, 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 win.
Yeah. So your parents are super supportive then, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously.
Yeah, they always have been.
Yeah. But so Chile, tell me what's it like? I've never been to Chile. What's the environment like? What's everything?
Well, it was super fun. We landed in Santiago and did like a road trip down south to like less populated areas, and we like surfed all over the place. We went to Punta de Lobos, which was super fun, like hung out with the community, played a couple shows, and then we drove up to Lollapalooza, Chile, like more of the city area, and like did a couple shows in the city and then played Lollapalooza. But overall it was just super fun. Like we got to see old friends, hang out, surf, skate, like play music. It was a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing as him, but
But he
Yeah.
got to it first.
yeah.
So what are some of the bands that you guys are friends with, or you've made friends with through playing these festivals?
Well, we made friends with Seacliff from the very beginning of our band.
Yeah.
When we were doing audition for singers.
The Idols, maybe.
The Idols, we just met the Idols in Chile.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, they're super nice people.
We happened to be staying at the same hotel. We kind of started conversing the first day, so like overall, throughout the couple days of the show, we just like started talking. It was super fun. Super nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that that you get just as much respect because you guys are young? You guys are ambitious. I mean, obviously the youngest, if not one of the youngest bands playing this festival, right?
I think before we kind of had to. We were kind of treated as a kid band, but like it's fine because we weren't as good as other bands 'cause we were like 10. But I think we slowly learned that we had to earn our worth and we got here. So
I think now that we're a little bit older, people have started to compare us to older bands, and it's been they're taking us a little bit more seriously, I feel like.
Yeah. You did a Tool cover during your set. So when you go in to cover another band, how do you approach that? Don't mess up.
Well, yeah, we do all the bands that we like a lot as a band. Yeah, we play them a lot because we like those songs.
and we try to push ourselves too because Tool is like a very technical band, technical song. It's really fun to play and makes us better.
Danny Carey, who's the drummer for Tool, is one of my drumming heroes, and super fun to play his drumming parts. It's a bit challenging as well, which is good.
Yeah. Have you been able to see them live?
Yeah.
Recently,
SF.
Like mind blowing.
Yeah. Where did you see them, at a festival or?
They did a tour.
Me and Manoa saw them, I believe, at the Warriors Stadium in SF.
Nice.
Then Bastian in San Diego.
Nice. And how was that show?
It was crazy. The light show was incredible. The musicianship was, it was crazy. Super amazing musicians.
Yeah. Who are some of your other drum kind of idols?
Stephen Perkins of Jane's Addiction, Jimmy Chamberlain of the Smashing Pumpkins, Matt Cameron of Pearl Jam and Soundgarden, Danny Carey.
Yeah. Have you been able to meet any of your idols, talk to them at all, get any tips?
No, I have not met any of them, but I've seen all of them play, or most of them.
Yeah. And so what's that like for you, kind of to just be there and watch it versus hearing it on a record you're playing over and over again?
It's amazing just how they are able to memorize all of that. I guess it's just like our band, we just memorize all the different parts and the songs, and they do the same.
Yeah. And Bastian, so with your singing, tell me kind of how you found your voice to sing. What was that like for you?
Funny story, with the old band, the Helmets, I was just a guitar player, lead guitarist. And then when we dissolved the band, we were left with a guitar player and a drummer. So for a bass player, we obviously didn't have to look very far. It was like 2 rooms over. And then for a singer, we just looked, and eventually I just got over it. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to try to sing. And I just got lessons for a little bit, and here we are.
Yeah. Kai, I'm sorry, Manoa, did you have to audition at all, or were you an easy in?
Pretty easy entry.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them have seen me play in my past band, and I don't know, I guess it was like age qualified. We were all like teenagers and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah. Kai, so you had a big show recently. Tell me about that. I know you texted Olivia, right? To make it happen. How did you meet Olivia, and how did that come about?
I met Olivia at Ohana Festival that we played at 4 years ago, and then we've kept in touch ever since. And should I just run through the whole story?
Yeah, go for it. We got it.
All right. So on Thursday night, Pearl Jam played their first show in Oakland, and people started texting me that Matt Cameron had COVID and he wasn't able to play. And after getting a bunch of texts, I decided to text Olivia, and she got back to me and said that Josh Klinghoffer was filling in, who's one of the guitar players for Pearl Jam right now, and he used to be in the Chili Peppers. And he happens to play drums. He's a multi-instrumentalist. And so I just gave up on the idea and just went to bed and school the next day. But around noon, Olivia texts me and she says, send me a video of you playing a Pearl Jam song, and that it was worth the shot. So I actually didn't know any Pearl Jam songs, so I took the next couple hours to learn Mind Your Manners, which I had seen previously in LA. And
You left school and went to a studio to learn it, right?
Yeah. And then I recorded it and sent it to her, and then she said it was on, and they gave me the green light.
Yeah, she's like, Dad says it's cool. You can do it, right? So tell me about that night for you, like going up. I mean, it was near the encore. It was in the encore that you got to play, right?
It was halfway through the first set.
Okay. And so what was it like? You were backstage. Were you nervous at all? Like, that's huge.
Right before going on stage, I had never felt so scared in my life. But then when I walked up there, Eddie and all the other bandmates were super friendly and welcoming to me. And when I sat behind the drum kit, they lit up the whole stadium, and that was incredible. I'd never seen so many people before.
Yeah.
And then Jeff, who's the bass player, he told me I did a really great job, and Eddie as well. And then that was really reassuring.
Yeah. Did you get to practice with them beforehand, or you just went up and they're like, they expected you to know your part? Or?
A couple hours before the show, we ran through the song a couple times.
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much it.
Did it feel pretty natural even in the practice, or?
Yeah. When I was playing the song, I pretended like I was just in the practice room with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you stay after and get to talk to them at all, or you went back and?
No. They had me come on stage and take a bow at the end, but they had to leave before everyone else left.
Yeah. You got in right in time, right? Because the next show was canceled, I think, in Sacramento, right? Because
Jeff got COVID apparently, and they had to cancel a couple shows. It's a bummer, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it worked out for you. But I mean, like, so what was it like afterwards? So many, news outlets like picking it up and everything, and it went viral, right?
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming. It's nonstop interview calls, and waking up at like 5 a.m. every day. I'm not a morning person, so that was a bit tough.
No, you're hard to wake up, huh?
Yeah.
Do you wake up on your own, or do you need help?
I need help. I'm always late to school.
Yeah.
My parents always come in my rooms. Get up, Kai.
My daughter's kind of the same way. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and she's about to turn 12, and I mean, it gets to the point where I have to pull the blankets off of her, and and get her out of bed. It's like, you got to do this yourself, girl, But I mean, that's really exciting. And so what do you have coming up? Are you guys working on recording any music?
Yeah, we're gonna record soon. We're thinking of doing an album soon, hopefully. In the meantime, creating new songs.
New song released in 2 days.
Yeah, we're releasing a new song in like 2 days.
What's it called?
It's called The Time.
The Time. Nice.
Yeah. It's one of our favorites to play. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about Chevy Metal also, because you guys got to play the BottleRock after show and open for Chevy Metal. So first off, what was that experience like for you to get to play that?
My dad went to high school with Taylor, or 1 year high school with Taylor. So, and I've kind of like been friends with Taylor's son and Taylor's best friend's son for a long time. So we've been buddies, and it was super fun, like playing music with him. He's obviously, or was a great musician. But yeah, playing with Chevy Metal was like insane, and playing right before was like mind blowing, just to have that crowd and like that energy in the crowd, like what's it called? They all have, like, we share the same love for the genre of music, rock, and yeah, it was just mind blowing. I'm so glad it happened, and yeah.
So you knew Taylor a little bit then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
So what was it like for you when you heard the news?
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And it was like just heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know. I was super bummed out. I'm a big Foo Fighters fan, and
yeah, and like knowing his son and best friend, it was just dark time.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they'll go, because I don't see the Foo Fighters going without Taylor, And
yeah, I don't know. It's just everything's up in the air right now, but it's just such a bummer.
Yeah. Well, let's end on a more positive note. So tell me a little bit more about like what you guys plan for that album that you want to record, like, and the vibe when you go into to record together.
We're hoping for positive vibes in the studio. I think maybe a 12 song album, maybe. We still don't know the name of it yet. We're still deciding on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have songs written already for it? You're working.
Yeah, basically we've just like all the songs we've written, we're taking the best ones and like slowly adding to them. We've actually been writing a lot recently. We've written like 3 new songs the past couple months, or past month or two. But more on the way, and like as soon as we have enough songs and we feel content with the songs and like confident, we'll come out with an album for sure.
Do you know where you're going to record it and everything? You have all that set? Like your.
We do not. We have a couple options in mind, but until we figure it out, we don't know for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you guys, and
Thank you.
Really great set. You have another set later, right? You're doing the jam stage, which is that's cool. How are you doing different songs? Are you going to strip it down a little bit for that one?
Just strip down.
I think we're doing originals, all originals set, maybe new songs.
So same songs.
Same songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're gonna be some of the same songs that we played on the earlier set. It's just less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And who else are you looking forward to seeing here? You're sticking around for Metallica, I imagine, right?
Most likely, maybe. We're gonna go see that Japanese psych band. I forgot what it started. I don't know how to really say it.
Kikugaku Moyo, I think.
Something like that.
What?
Kikugaku Moyo, I think.
It sounds like you nailed it. So.
Yeah, that band. Yeah, I think we're exploring today a lot.
Yeah, we're
New
gonna hang
bands.
out with our buddies Spliff Riff are here right now. We played a show with them yesterday. But yeah, just gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for taking the time today. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. And good luck with your set later and the album that you guys are working on coming out.
Thank you.
That was my interview with the Alive here on Concert Pipeline, and we're going to play another song from their set at BottleRock. This is a song called "Schism." It's not theirs. It's a cover that they did of Tool's, and we talked to them a little bit about the cover as well as how they approach going into covering other bands' music. And I thought this was a really great performance, so I wanted to share it. And here it is. Here is "Schism" as covered by the Alive.
From the square in
That was the Alive. And we're going to move on to the next band that we're featuring here on Concert Pipeline for this first episode. This is a band called Liily. I had a chance to talk to Dylan Charlie Nash from Liily at BottleRock Festival on day one. Both of these interviews were from day one, which was just incredible. They were so friendly and awesome. We had a really great conversation. So we're going to get right into that. And before we do, let's play a song from Liily, and then we'll get into the interview.
My throat's grown hair when I try to speak. 100 years with opinions that waver. My throat's grown arms and legs that punch and kick. I've grown so sad, 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 sad. It's grown so sad, sad. I've grown so sad, sad. I let it scream, so break it apart. His head to pull it off with white marks. The map makers, they're marching suits. While all that's left is ridicule. His skin it burns with fiction thoughts. My tongue it flows, it starts to run. I've grown so sad, 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 sad. I've grown so sad, 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 sad. Accelerator, hey, whoa, let me break. I'm throwing fork on there, but it just comes up upward till I say it won't stop coming in. Won't let me breathe. Accelerator, accelerator. The search for worth and its core, it comes around to set you free. Of all you know and all you need, it's worst. Gives you all its vaccine fees, it's worth. Computer screens, they're blinding lights. The past will matter with your hand in the jar of blood. It's gone so sad, 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 sad. I've gone so sad, sad. Accelerator, hey, whoa, let me break. I'm going far down there, but it just comes up and that I said. It won't let me breathe. Accelerator, accelerator,
I am here with. Okay, so say your names. We got Dylan.
Yes.
We got Max.
You got Max.
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 Sorry. Charlie.
Yes.
Yes. Dylan, Max, Charlie, from Liily. How are you guys doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I saw your set. You guys are freaking rocking out over there. I mean,
Thanks.
seriously, you put on a show. You're. I mean, it's just incredible. Tell me, what was the vibe like for you?
It was great. I think we were, when you're always playing earlier at festivals, you never know if people are going to be there.
Yeah.
But the turnout was awesome, and I don't know, it was super fun. We got to play probably the longest set we've played in a really long time.
Yeah.
Even when we've been doing headline stuff, I mean, we don't really play that long.
Yeah.
But so it was nice to kind of just try it out
We
like
usually
that.
like to keep it short and sweet. So like, we like to keep it short and sweet. So
Keep them wanting more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
so were you ready for the big set then? Like, how did you prepare?
Probably could have prepared a little better, but
Yeah, I feel like we just kind of stretched and then put our gear on stage and stretched some more, drank some water, and then we're like, all right, you want to go? We were looking at the watch, waiting for it to turn 2, and it was 2. All right, let's go. It's pretty much.
we rehearsed a couple times.
Yeah, we rehearsed a couple times.
That's all you need, right?
But we had been on tour a little bit
Yeah.
before that, so we were like, we've been playing these songs forever, so.
Yeah. Tell me about your most recent tour.
Well, it was cool. It was our first real West Coast run. And yeah, we had never been to Vancouver. We'd never been to Portland before. We'd never been to Seattle. We'd never been to Tacoma. So that was our first time kind of really, I just said that. Yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. We're doing it again, coming the 1st. Yeah, we're hitting a West Coast thing again. So
yeah, you played Sacramento and I'm trying to remember the other Bay Area. You had 2 Bay Area stops, I think, in March, right?
We don't play San Francisco.
No,
I know that.
It's a rule, right?
No, we're not allowed to.
Oh, they shunned you?
Yeah.
They shunned you?
He's a Dodgers fan.
Oh, okay. So that's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you played Napa before?
This is our first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the festival as a whole?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Super chill.
There was a nice breeze just kind of streaming through.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
nice.
I think a lot of festivals too are like, there's a lot of like, this seems like the age range at the BottleRock is like a lot like wider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's like everyone from all different ages and like, it's cool. It's like more chill. It's not like teeny boppers
Yeah.
running
What is a
around.
teeny bopper?
It's like 14 girls,
Yeah,
you know.
teeny
Not
that's-
even
Man.
yeah, like
not even 14. huh?
I guess I don't mean.
Never heard somebody
I-
actually say that. word.
I've heard that.
I don't mean actual.
Now you're cutting all the teeny boppers. You're alienating them. Like, oh, they're like, okay, I can't go to a
no.
Lily show. What? You
Like
know?
this versus Coachella, for example.
Yeah.
Teeny boppers can come.
It's a different
Coachella's
vibe.
a lot like it's different.
I'll tell you.
This is there's like food and wine. and,
Yes.
you know, it's like more like sophisticated, I guess.
I'll tell you, if this would have happened 3 days ago, you would have had like Coachella like temperatures. I mean, it was hot earlier this
really?
week, and then it dropped like overnight 30 degrees.
The
and you're
breeze
like,
was really
This
nice.
is-
we're from LA, so
You're used to it. You're used to it. Yeah. Yeah. It's
the
crazy.
breeze was excellent.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'll tell you, I grew up here in Napa, and so like this. I mean, this has been here for like 8 years, 9 years, something like that.
wow.
It feels like the BottleRock, and like there was no music scene at all here. You know, when I was the 20s, teenager, whatever. You know,
Yeah,
and
when you think Napa, you don't really think thriving music.
no,
scene
you don't think.
necessarily.
I mean, Metallica's Bay Area, so that's a bad example. But but you don't think big, massive headliners, Foo Fighters, who they were here last year, Guns N' Roses. You don't think that when you think Napa, right?
We missed the Foo Fighters.
They,
The Foos?
oh, they played BottleRock twice, 2017 and last year, and
Wow.
yeah, it's funny. 2017, like they were in the middle of Everlong, and their sound got cut off because it hit 10 sound ordinance.
Oh,
and-
they're hard cut.
yeah.
There's the curfew here.
Yeah,
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and they're legit. They don't mess around.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, and so
During Everlong.
during I know, seriously, like what are you doing? Like that's their last song. They're not doing anything else
that's
after that.
not-
They close with Everlong, and
But also, I will say, like, ending a festival at 10 is the right move.
yeah.
Like,
agree.
there's like these festivals that go to like 2 a.m. and it's like, what is going on?
They've-
Play Everlong.
I know. Let them
No,
finish.
I let them play Everlong.
Let them finish, right?
Let them play Everlong
Festival,
twice.
You want to go till 2. Go till 2. Who cares?
No, you can go till 2. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, you don't like the 2 a.m. cutoff.
What's
Like the
especially
early-
funny is that last
Yeah.
year, so Dave came out with Guns N' Roses and did Paradise City
Whoa.
in their encore, and I think that they cut the power for that one too.
Oh,
So he got
that's kinda
double cut,
funny.
and he joked about it the next day during a solo set he did on the jam stage, like with Greg Kirsten, like he did the Hanukkah sessions. Just he was drumming. Yeah, all
oh, wow.
8 covers.
cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, it was
His
incredible.
set was just him drumming.
Him and Greg Kirsten, who was on keyboard, just him, and just them two.
That's cool.
Yeah, small little surprise set that they did, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing you get here. You know, I mean, the culinary stage is cool. Like you get chefs with bands
Yeah, it's
and
wild.
other
Yeah.
celebrities and stuff, and that's what makes BottleRock cool, right? So I know. Yeah. Are you guys sticking around for more of the festival?
We're seeing
Metallica.
Definitely gonna
No
see
question about it.
We
see
have to,
Metallica.
yeah.
Yeah. Will you be here any more of the weekend though, or is today you gotta
No, we
you
go
gotta
back
go?
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You gotta head out.
Gotta get
pretty
ready
early.
for the tour.
Yeah. So tell me about I can fool anybody in this town. How did the process for that come about?
We actually have a
A long time ago.
long time
Was
ago.
Yeah.
2019, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
That was. I don't know. I think we were just kind of writing songs and not taking it as seriously.
Yeah.
And then.
We're very young.
Yeah, we're very young, and like we had these songs lying around, and then someone heard it and was like, "This is cool. Let's, put you in the studio and record them."
Who was that someone?
Our label
Okay.
our label owner.
Ed, yeah.
He liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, he liked it. He thought it was pretty cool.
So I was like, okay, cool. We got this.
Yeah, so then we went to the studio, recorded them, and then we put them out, and then, they did their thing, and we were touring and playing shows, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
And then eventually, we eventually put out a record, which
TV or
was
no TV.
TV or no TV, yeah.
Yeah.
That came about differently.
Tell me about it.
Well, we finished the EP, and then we were playing all those songs a lot and doing a lot of shows. But by the time we were getting ready to make the album, we were so beyond where we were when we even wrote the EP songs.
Yeah.
So we were trying to find our sound and experiment a lot. And we went to the desert to hone in on writing songs, and then we came back and we're ready to kind of like finalize it and go to the studio, and then COVID hit. And then, which was actually a blessing in disguise for the album. We ended up getting more time to kind of hone in and focus on it.
Yeah.
But because we couldn't meet up, we were writing all individually.
Yeah,
so
to send files back and
breathed
forth
this
and-
new life into it and gave a lot more avenues to go down. And then eventually once COVID calmed down and we started meeting up again and doing it, and then we met up with the producer, and then things just came, went from there, and yeah.
How do you think the album would have been different if COVID hadn't been?
I think it would have not been as.
Yeah.
It would have been. I don't know. I would say it would have been a lot different.
Yes.
Because the songs that we wrote in Joshua Tree they were the bridge to get us to the album songs, but it would have just been a very different.
We would have had a lot less time to make the record.
Yeah.
So I think
It wouldn't have been
it
as
would
like
come out a
polished.
lot later, probably too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll come out later. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're reworking some of them, maybe.
Yeah. Do you have stuff that didn't make it onto the album that you're saving for another release?
Yeah, there's a couple of.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that actually a lot more lately, but for the most part, we've got a bunch of new stuff that hopefully will come out sooner than later.
We're super proud of it. We're super proud of the new stuff that we're writing. And we were about this record as well, but I think there is an extra, it's like a different avenue we're going down now. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 25, 20 songs start to finish, and
Yeah.
then 5 more ideas that are getting worked on. But
Is it difficult to cut? Bless you.
Bless you.
Hey,
Bless
sorry.
you.
Here comes another one.
Ready?
here he
Oh,
goes.
and
All
it's
right.
gone. I know,
Yeah.
it's the worst, right? You
What
just
was
want
that?
Is it difficult to cut when you have 20, 25, you're and you need...
Well, we've never been in that predicament before.
Yeah?
Because the album, we had some extra songs, but for the most part, we knew it was going to be on the album. There was not really a debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's how we're going to release the next batch of songs might be different than an album, or might be another EP, or more singles, or just songs. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because, yeah, that's my answer.
That works.
Yeah.
That works. So, Max, since you have the mic, tell me about you picking up the drums and how and your process with that, because you freaking slam on that drum kit.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Slammer.
Well, my cousin
is Matt Barrick from the Walkmen.
Okay.
The drummer in the Walkmen. And I grew up drummer extraordinaire. He's the best drummer ever. And I grew up going to Walkman shows a lot and watching him play.
Yeah.
And that honestly inspired me to just pick up the drums and start playing. Because when a friend of mine was like, we should start a band, or when I was like 8. And then we started going to a music school and learning from there. But I picked drums because my cousin.
He looked like Max looks exactly like him when he plays. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
They just have different hair. That's it.
That's all.
Yeah, at this point.
But same energy, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah. But if you guys, I don't know, there's a really good video of them on Letterman playing the Rat. That's super sick. It's the coolest drum beat ever.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I also say, too, that there's a lot of drummers that I like and are inspiring, but the one guy that actually keeps me playing drums and like makes me want to continue playing drums is Matt.
Yeah.
He's like my guy.
Yeah.
I love you, Matt.
Cheers to you, Matt.
I love you, Matt.
Yeah. And so, Max, you went to an all-boys Catholic school.
We both
You
did.
both did, yes.
That's where we met.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
where we met.
And so tell me, I mean, first of all, that must have been a challenging dynamic for certain things, as you're getting into music and trying to get bands to get girls and everything, and then, you know.
Well,
I don't think we were ever.
No.
we weren't ever those guys.
No.
We kind of, like, even now, we on tour, we just play and then we go eat food and maybe, like, try to play video games or watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
We didn't even make it to go see a movie last night. We
Yeah, we were-
bailed on that and just stayed in the hotel.
You're like, it's too much
What are you
work.
talking about? We bowled.
Oh, there you
wait,
go.
we went bowling.
We like
Oh my
doing,
God,
like,
yeah, we
extracurriculars.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't really we don't really, like, go out and party and shit. It's just not.
No, it's not your job.
We, like, bowl, and, you know.
None of us are like major like drinkers or like do any crazy drugs or anything like
Yeah.
that. I'm straight edge, so I don't really do anything. So I think we all just go back to the hotel and just chill out after shows. Also, it's just like super tiring. too.
Yeah.
Just because we exert so much energy that
do.
we don't want to like go out and hang out with people.
We're pretty chill people for
Yeah.
the most part, but when it comes to playing, we have to like pull it out so that by the time the show's over, you're like, I don't want to do anything.
No.
Yeah, just hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dylan, tell me about finding your voice and your presence on stage, because you have an incredible stage presence as
Thank you. I don't know. I think just a lot of people like bring up Henry Rollins, which I love Henry Rollins, but I've never like really dug into like live videos of Black Flag or anything like that. I love Black Flag.
You have?
What?
Yes, you have.
You did last night. What?
No. I definitely like watch their stuff, but I don't think I've directly taken influence from that. I don't know. I kind of just like being super like free form, just doing whatever at the time, whatever feels right. I don't really like dancing. I'm not a good dancer, so I can't do that. So yeah, I just kind of throw my arms. Yeah.
It works though, right?
Yeah,
So
I
it
guess
gets
so.
the crowd going. So
I guess so. Yeah.
we got some arm throwing over here.
Yeah.
Drying the sandy. Yeah. You played a festival in the Czech Republic.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
What was that like?
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was super. The food was really interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like, no, that was. I just remember the food. It was like the best food we've ever had at a festival, I'd say. But I haven't tried the food here, so I don't know. But
A lot of options.
yes, a lot of options.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So you remember the food? Anyone remember past the food, or is the food where you're
The
just?
show was fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got into a fight with the band
Here.
that was next to us in the dressing room.
Who did?
We did.
Oh,
a series.
did you start it or?
Yeah, I think we kind of started. It was like the walls were capped; they didn't go up. There was no ceiling, so we started throwing shit over to the other dressing room.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
started throwing shit back. And then we saw who they were, and they were just dressed like a bunch of idiots. Like they looked like they were all wearing Halloween costumes, but they were nice.
They were nice.
Yeah.
You made friends, right?
Yeah,
So.
it didn't end too badly.
Oh, good. Good.
This guy.
And Dylan, you did musical theater. Is that part of kind of your?
Oh yeah, wow. I did musical theater at a very young age. I was like 5 or 6 years old. That was super fun. I mean, I don't do it anymore. I don't really like watch it
No.
anymore, but I do think like it did from a very early age get me on the stage and help me gain confidence. It just felt like second nature after a while. But yeah, I did it once again when I was like 12. But I just didn't think it was for me. But I do respect it. I love it. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that kind of gave you your comfort in front of an audience, sort of thing,
definitely.
right? Like
Well, because you have to do so much. You have to dance, sing, act. It's crazy. But it's just now I only do one of those.
Yeah. So you still have more tour dates lined up?
Yeah.
We're
on tour from June 1st till July 8th, all up the West Coast.
Wow. Okay.
Or West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. So we're doing a whole thing.
Hitting everywhere.
Yeah.
What are some of the places you like to play that you seek out?
New York,
Yeah.
Boston, Chicago's always great. Arizona sometimes, LA because we're from there. Yeah.
Have you on tour ever been stuck? Tour van breakdown and stranded anywhere?
We one time we were in Minnesota. It was Minnesota, right? Minneapolis. So Minnesota.
Yeah.
Where our van got stuck in the snow. It was like fucking 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
And we couldn't move the van, so people left like heinous messages and letters just on our windshield. Like,
did you have to walk? Like you had to walk into?
No, we were fortunately in the parking lot of the venue, but our car
was.
We parked like assholes. Obviously not on purpose.
You weren't expecting.
But yeah. But it just happens.
Yeah. You made it out okay though after.
Yes, totally.
Oh, good.
Totally.
Good. The show must go on, right?
Show must go on.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for taking the time today.
Thank you.
And good luck with the album. Good luck with the tour is ahead. Hopefully the weather is as good as it is here. For the other shows. If so, then smooth sailing, right?
Yeah.
So get something good to eat, okay? Cool.
That was the interview with Lily here on Concert Pipeline, and we're going to play another song from Lily. This is a song called "Cut the Wire."
Just watch his style. Don't touch his tail. He's got a bite. Don't let him bite you. Cut the wires, any wire. Break the hand that built it. Cut the wires, any wire. Break the hand that built it. When it falls, throw the pieces in the ocean. All you need to do is cut it open. Cut the wire. Take your back. One to cut, set the fire, with it up, and kill the fire, and hard to cut, and fall it off, cut, cry, down, a little bit on, so. wires anywhere, break the hand that built it. Cut the wires anywhere, break the hand that built it. When it falls, now the pieces in the ocean, all you need to do is cut it open. Walk the wire, tangled up with some fire. It's hard to take a fire with it up until the choir and hard to cry before it all
That was Cut the Wire here on Concert Pipeline. And so, like I said, we're going to close out the show with a headline performance. And who else to close it out with than Metallica? And so before I get into what the song is, I just want to relive a little bit of my history seeing Metallica. I've seen them 3 or 4 times over the years. Probably the first time was almost 20 years ago at this point. And the most recent being their last performance, Bridge School Benefits concerts, last ever Bridge School Benefit concert in the Bay Area. And so it was so cool to get to see a stripped down performance where they played songs mostly acoustic that were not made to be played on those instruments, I'll tell you. And they actually had to start one song over, which was awesome, because for a band that's so, such, perfect. They're so perfect, right? They're one of the greatest bands of all time. And to get them to see in that environment, it was really cool. But they played BottleRock, and that was even cooler because it was like their hometown show. They didn't call it out or anything, but you're in Napa. It's pretty close to their home here in Mill Valley, San Francisco area. You're right there. This is home for them. So it was a special show for them to get to play. They've been together for 41 years and still freaking rocked it. And they had this great like camera. It was like the one of the ones they use at NFL games where it's on the wires and everything, and so it could get the overhead shots of Lars and then to turn around to the audience and what have you. So I had some really great video production for the performance, and I was up close. I mean, that's what I do. I get close to shows and I bring the good content. If you want to see live performances from Metallica, I have multiple up on Concert Pipeline's YouTube page. Just search Concert Pipeline Metallica, you'll find it. And there's other performances as well up there. We got some 21 Pilots that's up there. I'm going to put more up as I have time to get to that. So check us out on YouTube. And YouTube has obviously we'll have all these episodes as well. So that is enough rambling for today. This is episode 1. We have more interviews coming up on the next episodes of Concert Pipeline. Next episode will feature the Suffers, an in-depth interview with their lead singer, and so we'll get into that as well as much more content coming up, and we're going to cram all this in over the next couple of weeks. So we're going to have more than one episode a week for the next couple of weeks to roll out the BottleRock content. So with that being said, this is One by Metallica. For all of us here at Concert Pipeline, we'll catch you next time. I'm Steve Jones.
but the war is through with me. I'm waking up, I cannot see that there's not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain now. Oh, my breath is I wish one day. Oh, please, God, with back in home, it's much too real. It pumps life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live, fed to the tube that sticks in me. Just like one time I will cheat. Tied to machines that made me be. Cut this shit off from me. Oh, my breath is I wish one day. Oh, please, God, wake me. Please, God, wake me.